Donald Trump is an absolute circus, and he's surrounded himself with plenty of clowns. But recently, we've been seeing less and less of one specific clown, the First Buddy. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump's golden retriever that ran away. I'm talking about Elon Musk. Elon Musk has been slowly slipping out of the spotlight as he begins to depart from Doge. However, it hasn't stopped Elon Musk from being desperate for any last bit of attention he might get. And now, Elon Musk just made a total fool of himself at Trump's cabinet meeting. How's it going, everybody? My name is Hunter Avallone with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Donald Trump's endless circus is not only negatively impacting Elon Musk, it's also negatively impacting Americans everywhere. You might remember that Trump boasted a lot about how he was going to bring prices down. Now, even Fox News is forced to admit that gas prices are higher under President Trump.
When you look at gas now at $3.18 a gallon. But since Inauguration Day, they're actually up. Gas prices since Election Day up 2.6%, since Inauguration Day up 2%. When are those gas prices going to start to come down?
Oh, I think you'll see it. You'll see it. There's a supply chain lag of oil going in and refined products. Also, we've seen some growth in gasoline demand.
Of course, these numbers are abysmal, but it hasn't stopped Donald Trump from literally shifting the blame to, you guessed it, Biden.
Core GDP, and this is, you probably saw some numbers today, and I have to start off by saying that's Biden. That's not Trump, because we came in on January, this is the quarterly numbers, and we came in and I was very against everything that Biden was doing.
The fact that Trump is trying to blame the current state of the GDP on Biden is really embarrassing. If you look at this post 1 year ago, when the stock market was doing good, Trump took credit for it. Now the GDP and the stock market's doing terribly, suddenly it's Biden's fault again? Throughout this cabinet meeting, one person also stood out. Marco Rubio. Aside the fact that he literally looked like he was having an existential crisis during the meeting, he also made some highly concerning comments.
Secretary Rubio, can I ask you a question? You brought up El Salvador in your remarks. Have you been in touch with El Salvador about returning Abrego Garcia? Has a formal request from this administration been made?
Well, I would never tell you that. And you know who else I'll never tell? A judge. Because the conduct of our foreign policy belongs to the President of the United States and the executive branch, not some judge. So we will conduct foreign policy appropriately if we need to, but I'll never discuss it.
Okay, but the conduct of how the executive branch behaves in regards to foreign policy, sometimes a judge needs to weigh in on that. But even worse, Marco Rubio also admitted that they're looking at other foreign countries to send American criminals to, not just El Salvador.
And I say this unapologetically, we are actively searching for other countries to take people from third countries. So we are active, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that.
Now, of course, Trump's cabinet meeting was a cringe fest, but perhaps the cringiest moment of them all is the one you've been waiting for, when Elon Musk decided to step in and make a complete and total fool of himself at Trump's cabinet meeting. Take a look.
I do have to thank Elon. I do want to note, we just cut $3 billion in contracts because of Doge's work. That's $3 billion that hardworking families that won't have to work until April 15th to pay for the waste, fraud, and abuse that we continue to find in this government on behalf of taxpayers. So again, thank you, Elon, as well. Thank you.
Great job, Kelly. Thank you very much. Elon, I love the double hat, but yeah. It's the only one that can do that.
Well, Mr. President, they say I wear a lot of hats, and as you can see, it's true. Even my hat has a hat. The American people voted for secure borders, safe cities, and sensible spending. And that's what they've gotten. A tremendous amount has been accomplished in the first 100 days. As everyone has said, it's more than has been accomplished in any administration before, ever, period.
How anyone puts up with Elon Musk, I'm genuinely unsure. I just can't get over the fact that he thought, like, pretending to be a Dr. Seuss character would be funny. in a cabinet meeting? I don't know. He might actually want to put both those hats back on because as soon as he took them off, the hair plugs became obvious. I just don't really have anything else to say other than it's embarrassing how cringy this entire cabinet meeting was. It was pretty much nothing but a suck-up fest for Donald Trump. And then Elon Musk had to come in and make a complete fool of himself because he's just that desperate for attention. It's embarrassing, and honestly, I'm glad that Elon is on borrowed time within the White House.